What you see here is an item that was enshrined. It was taken out of the temple in 1961. I was fortunate as a collector to have acquired this set of Buddha amulets. I obtained this set of amulets through an exchange for a Somdej amulet. Now let's talk with Yai Chinbanchorn to find out how much each piece is being offered for.
Okay, so I heard that you brought your child on a live stream and some people criticized you, saying you were using your child's image to sell things. But why don't people think about the saying, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree? What we're doing is paving the way for the child, giving them skills, meaning encouraging them to think, to act, and to express themselves. And we let them get to know people on their own. That's the main principle here. The main principle is that we want our teaching to be on the right path. We're not teaching our child to steal from others. Whether it's inappropriate behavior or what people might say, we're actually encouraging them to be brave, to dare to ask questions, to express themselves, meaning they'll become more confident, right? For example, if you have amulets, you need to teach your children or grandchildren how to sell them, don't you? Otherwise, it'll be tough. Let me give you an example. There are contests, and some people have their kids sell amulets too, right? So why don't they have their kids study or do something else? Why do they have their kids sell amulets? But let's not mention names, just leave it at that. But if your child isn't good, you have to teach them, right? Teaching your child to do business isn't wrong. Whether they're selling amulets or anything else, it's not about right or wrong. What matters is how we train and teach them. That's the main point. As parents, we have to guide our children in the right way, don't we? Like this, people make a big deal out of bringing your child to sell amulets, but I don't see what's so bad about it. There are 2 people on the left and right, and even 3 people, right? Why are they able to sell? Why is that one kid still clueless, just sitting there playing on a tablet? They're still talking, still sorting things out, not even speaking clearly yet. That's why you have to let them practice. They teach their kids and we teach ours. There's nothing wrong with that. The ones who don't teach their children, that's what's wrong. It shows you don't care about your child, not teaching them, not passing on the father's or mother's profession. It'll be tough for them. At the very least, if they have amulets, hey, they can go live stream, show them off, or sell them. There's a chance for them to make money, right? Instead of us always having to pay for everything, isn't that right? Exactly. As for Ton's amulets, what kind of amulets do you have again? The Kark, guest, outsider, just doesn't pass them down to their children or grandchildren. When it gets to the kids, they just sell them off. Let me explain. For me, my grandfather on my mother's side was a kayak. Kayak means someone who collects amulets, but he did it within a circle of influential people, not just in the village. He went far and wide. He would go out before the chickens even started pecking, right? He would go out, you know. He didn't leave the amulets for his children or grandchildren, so my mom ended up selling them. Either donated to the temple, sold, or donated, just given to the temple. People didn't want them. The kayak didn't collect amulets, and they didn't even keep dogs. But in my generation, we all have dogs. Everyone does. My grandfather didn't pass anything down to my mom, and my mom is a daughter. There are 3 daughters in my mom's family. They've all passed away, and now my mom is the last one left. When my mom got the amulets, she donated them all to the temple because no one was interested in them anymore. People who aren't into amulets just don't know about them. They weren't raised that way. They were just taught to make a living. That's all they knew. They go out to work and then come home, just like people who work in Bangkok and then go back home. That's all there is to it. In the end, my mom gave all the amulets to the temple. Yes, and then we went to bring them back. Like, my mom didn't know. She just donated a whole carload of amulets. There were so many, really. There were so many, especially the Buddha statues, I mean. When it comes to Buddha images in Thailand, I have many main ones and some rare ones too. I was just chatting about this with my aunt, who keeps them for me. We don't even need to create content or stories. Just talking about my own history, how I got here over the past 5 years, I'm still talking about this. Because my grandpa was an old man. There are people who envy PI too, since he gives away so many Buddha images. I'm jealous of Grandpa too. He organized events and gave them away by the chest, gave them away as merit, made merit as karma. Do you have any sense? I'd say those people, if I'm being blunt, are just brainless, dog-brained. These things, instead of saying, hey, let's go help out at the amulet contest, it's a big deal, or hey, they're building a major party, making history in Thailand, what are they thinking about? These people do nothing all day. They just get jealous of others for no reason. Instead of saying, hey, let's go help out together. I think when we reveal this set of Buddha images, people don't shine a light on it. Whatever we reveal now, it's all wrong in their eyes because first of all, they're losing their own benefits. Look at it this way. If they weren't losing out, would they even be saying these things? Organizing contests also means losing benefits. So they compete, attack, and slander each other at these events. Once the committee is gone, they don't let the committee come back. So who becomes the committee? Oh man, it's a mess, I tell you. It's overwhelming. But for big events, Chinman doesn't judge whether the party's amulet is genuine or not, because we use scientific methods for verification. Nowadays, and going forward, things will change. We might even have to use chemicals for testing, and there will be regulations about it. Especially with pra-somdej amulets, where the military uses every method available. In the past, there was a club that used these methods, and it caused quite a stir. It was okay, at least in the beginning. You could use it to assess and multiply the value. If you could check this aspect, then you could multiply the value accordingly. But one thing, they have to be quarantined, whether they volunteer or not. Moving forward, in the future, we need to make changes. If they don't volunteer and withdraw, for example, if you bring something to test, let's say you bring a party's amulet and I ask to test it, but you say you're not comfortable, you're confident in it. Well, that's your confidence. Okay, I respect that. The committee will judge its authenticity accordingly, because you have to be confident in your own item, not in the committee. If you trust the committee, you have to let them examine the amulet. This is the core principle. Here comes more drama. Big smart cards, Chinbanchorn phone, asking if it can be AC. I'm telling you, times have changed. It's AC now. It's not like before, not portable anymore. As for my event, brother, what day is it? The 28th of September? August, September, just over a month away. Next month, we'll focus even more on publicity. For now, please help share. We've started to have some translations, some language support, and AI systems are starting to play a role now. So we are doing this so everyone can listen in. Even if you're not Thai, you can still understand and join us. It's not necessary to send a Buddha statue for the contest. Telling us you want to join in making merit already makes us happy. But I want to confirm that community clubs don't go along with everything. They don't accept anything. If you want to exchange, it has to be about quality, not just bringing money or giving money to get something. We don't accept that. Otherwise, we'd get accused of soliciting or extortion. Of course, there are people who love us and people who dislike us, especially with this set. When we get so many calls, like 200 or 300 Buddha images, some are still available, some are not, some are just for fun. But for those who are truly sincere, let me emphasize, those who genuinely intend to give, there's a clear purpose. They see our dedication and they have faith in us first, believing that we are worthy to possess this set or not. Right, once someone gets this set, it should benefit the field that I'm involved in, and those who join us. That's why I said, so what do you want me to do? I drove to Chumphon, brought some of the Buddha images there, and distributed them in Chumphon. The owner of a durian orchard, over 100 rai, almost a millionaire in Chumphon. If you meet Ek from Chumphon, he got his set first. And I said, I really don't know who's criticizing me, or what exactly they're criticizing. If you want to criticize like that, go ahead. Whoever plays in which group, just join that group so there won't be any trouble between us. When you bring something for me to look at, I can tell if it's fake. If you take my item to show someone else, they can also say it's fake. It's all just a game. So here's what I'll do. Whichever piece you like, rent that one, and I'll give you a special deal. Because I've already promised, as we discussed, I might let the Buddha image go for 3,000 baht or a pair for 5,000 baht. I'll even find a frame for you, whatever kind of frame you want. It'll be just like this one. The frame fits perfectly, just like this. A single piece is 3,000 baht. Absolutely pure, just as it is. But if you want a pair, there are 3 main types of material: lead, baba, and alpaca. The gilded one is a later term, but it's from the same year. We've already prepared all of these, so it's up to you to choose whichever you like. We're doing this charity event to raise funds for building merit everywhere. We're not using the word profit here. 1 coin is 3,000 baht, 2 coins are 5,000 baht. We'll frame them for you as well. Why do we frame them? Because, say I give a coin to you. If you don't have a frame, you can't just put it in a bag and send it all over the country. But with this, on a good day, you can hang it in your car or wear it around your neck, right? It's easy, it makes it convenient to wear and use, and it comes with a frame. Hold on, I'll order the frames and they'll definitely arrive within 3 days. If anyone says they don't want this type of frame, the price won't be reduced. The frame we're including is a free bonus, we're not charging for it. But if you want just the coin without the frame, honestly, it's a hassle to find a suitable frame yourself. It's really difficult because it has to fit perfectly. And every time you get a frame, it costs about 100 baht. For mine, each one is at least 50 baht, so the price isn't high at all, but elsewhere it might be 150 baht. So the frame, right, is a dissolvable frame, not stainless steel, and there are also ones with a coin attached. It really depends on what you think is suitable or which style you like. But don't worry about having to choose a frame. I'll pick it for you. Because if you start choosing, or if I have to sit and think, hey, this one and that one are different, can we just make them all the same? To keep it simple, I'll just order one type and put the coin in the frame for you. When we sit and look at it, wow, it's really thin.
What date are we filming this clip today?
What date is it today? The 10th. It's the 19th, July 19th, right? If anyone is watching this after the date, that's something. If you're watching in June, hey, are people still asking about the fishbone one? Seriously, even now, there are still people asking. That was made 2 or 3 years ago, right? People are just now coming to watch it. If it's all gone within the month, I think there are less than 500 left. I believe that if someone is really skilled, they can collect 5 coins at a time and then switch. A real top collector, you know, they see a beautiful coin and maybe they've seen it somewhere else, which might not be the same as us, or maybe we're not like anyone else. This coin has a black eye. You see a black colored eye bead. So PI, why is that? Why does it have to be that way? It all has to align, you know, the interest has to match us. People, if they don't get along, if they're not siblings, not relatives, it's a carved coin, you know, not a gold coin. We don't collect gold coins anyway, right? But here it's a gold coin, a carved coin, not a gold coin. Ours is the original coin, bought from over there. No number, no swelling. The details are sharp and clear, easy on the eyes. You won't be embarrassed to show it off to anyone. So what's special about this person? Have they seen a lot, or maybe their family used to live there? Just saying, for the record. Hey, the house is behind the temple, not in front of it. If it's behind the temple, maybe people don't pay attention to who lives there. But if anyone wants me to go find the owner of this house, just pay me about 20,000 baht and I'll drive to Chumphon for sure.
Go search for it.
About the durian orchard and telling the story of its history. Hey, that's enough. If I don't go, 20,000 to go to Chumphon. If you go, it's only 10,000, or with 8,000, about 8,000 for gas. That's the round trip fuel cost, 8,000. But if someone wants me to go and trace the history, you know, for those who are really curious, pay me 20,000 or do it really well, and I'll tell you that he's from behind Wat Khositaram. If you mention his name, everyone knows right away. Hey, it's true. People in China know, right? They know immediately, but it has to be locals. Outsiders wouldn't know. That kid who does business, if you want to know who he got it from, pay another 20,000 and I'll go. No, it's not like I go down there and do it without any resources. It's because we see that the monks we get have a clear and traceable origin. They don't rely on the word of collectors because collectors have only recently started getting into amulets. The people who really collected these truly collected them. It took a long time for us to get them to talk and negotiate because this batch was minted in the hundreds of thousands. So many, really a lot. The ones with the highest value right now, first of all, they can't find the beautiful takkon material. So in the end, it all comes down to me. The Phra fly that people say is beautiful, the champion piece that can't be found, it's with me. The beautiful, untouched champion Arca is also with me. So, does that mean I'm just making things up? Even now, I still wonder if I have everything of his in Thailand. But little do people know, even the Tim pairs, the ones considered divine, are laid out in rows. I bought them for 8 million. They accuse me of mass-producing and trading Luang Puto's Phra Pita amulets. It's the same with Puto. Now people are already playing the game, but I still have some left, still holding on, while others have moved on. The price doesn't even have to be that high. Just look at the most recent contest. The last round, each piece went for hundreds of thousands. Yeah, I couldn't even get ready in time for that one. The photos were flying everywhere, and here I am, giving them away for free. Maybe that was my mistake. There are people who have a lot of amulets, and they give them away for free all over the place. For me, I never thought of it as a money issue, but if anyone wants to give or help me, I accept it wholeheartedly. If you want me to take, I will, but I won't go around asking for it. I won't go begging from this person or that person, and I'm not ashamed to say so. If you want to help with the cost of casting a large Somdigital statue, that's fine. But just giving me something big for free, I won't take it, because there are many reasons behind it. It's better to give an amulet as a keepsake, as an exchange. Then we'll feel at ease, right? Like this one I'm showing here. What is it? This amulet here. The person who has the most amulets at the table gets 1 jar. Each jar, I don't know, but the one with the most entries in the contest at the table gets 1 jar. Entered in the contest 1, 2, 3 at 5 a.m. And there's no prize. Just amulets worth tens of thousands to give away as souvenirs. Right? The trophy is mandatory. Everyone gets one, each person gets one. It's just to honor the fact that these bananas were made in excess and are given away for free. Hey, it's an honor, a distinction, like in a story. Why are there so many trophies? Only for my own pair of work, meaning if someone didn't go hunting, I went hunting, and it's never less than 4,000. It's a shame I threw them all away. Oh man, if I sold them now, selling the amulets with the cups, it would be so easy. Back in the day, cups didn't cost much, but nowadays, you don't even need to invest in cups unless you're ordering custom-made ones. The elders who sold vegetables with cups or sold amulets that won awards did really well, didn't they? Because a lot of people know me, I'm well known. If someone doesn't know me, they can't really appreciate me in the scientific community. I've been around since before these guys even knew about this work. Honestly, most of the people who used to organize these competitions are gone now, almost all of them. It's just the new generation left. Oh, they talk big, act all high and mighty, but they came later, 6 rounds behind. No need to say who has no experience in submitting amulets for competitions. For me, it's an honor to present trophies and amulets to my fans, and when it's handed over by me, it's cool, you know, but if you receive it from someone else, it's just not the same. I walk around taking photos with everyone, friends, everyone. It's cool no matter who you take a picture with. There's a sense of pride in it. It's better than living off someone else's achievements, don't you think? Big bro, have you ever judged a competition? As for my judging, well, this comment, there must be my own standards because everyone here has experience. Some people say, wow, this mo is so weak, totally lacking, just letting it go, so soft. And then there's that guy, what's his name? The one who believes everything. Akut Kai, right? I say, are you judging by appearance or by ability or what? Whatever it is, this batch has already passed P. Awan's test. P. Awan from Phan Thong. It's already passed the scientific equipment check. That's it. That's the standard. Don't forget that. Our people here have also gone through training. When you first launched, where did you get your judges from? The judges I ordered here are because these judges aren't from the pageant industry. Back when I was still walking around, these guys hadn't even shown up yet. These are the judges here, you know. Before we even get to the judges, we're missing Pisu Pran's and P. Awan Prathong's machines, right? These two, honestly, they don't even need to be sent to compete. There's another person inside, just looking at the beauty. There are principles, you know, but people are entertainers. That's why do they say, hey, bring in Ajahn Boy, Srikane, Buapan, Ajahn Sathep, each one of them is famous. Well, I won't say more. This time there's a bit of a surprise. Ajahn Jong is coming as well. If you ask where Ajahn Jong is being promoted, it feels like he's a judge from Ajahn's group. From his profile, and most recently Kucha is coming too, from Phai Lok, joining as well. Oh yes, coming to strengthen the team. Really, Ajahn Cha, Kucha will be judging for us. Right now, I think that day by day, Dad will probably assign where each person should sit because I don't want the judges to always sit in the same spot. I'll rotate them so they get to know different positions. It's not like if one person isn't here, then the others can't judge. This is part of the training method. Otherwise, if they're only comfortable with one thing, they won't be able to handle other tasks. Ajahn here is also a judge for medals, meaning they can handle everything. They move around, rotate, and help out wherever needed. It's the same for Ajahn Ball. Ajahn Bond also has expectations placed on him, right? So we see that, hey, this is how it is. It's like being good at commentary or something like that. Okay, so we might assign it, and then Dr. Saratha as well. He's especially skilled in this area. As for Tim, he makes decisions too. We know we need to have a main person. One person assigned to each of the 5 tables. Then we rotate the others around. That way, if someone isn't here, we can switch and adjust as needed. It's not a big deal. Let's say Ajahn Suthep, for example. Actually, it's all decided like this. It's not like when they go and say, you don't see Namo around much, but Ajahn Sathep is always there. Why not talk to him? Like, let's get Ajahn Boy, who does commentary. We must consider what's appropriate, since we already have several groups. So we'll discuss among ourselves that, can we move this person over here? We have to ask for their opinion first, see if they're okay with it. If they're fine with it, we're not saying, hey, you, the caretaker, you made a bad decision. Not at all. Everyone makes good decisions. They all sell amulets, so why wouldn't they be able to judge? Because first they know, and they'll know even more. For me, even if I were blindfolded, whichever table I sit at, I can still judge. Since I'm the organizer, if I sit at a table myself, I worry people might think this or that. As for Somdej amulets, even if I had 1,000 of them in front of me, I'd know them all. Including the 10 spirits of knowledge, I know them all. I know every revered monk. That's why I say this. We don't go overboard like that, making others do the work for us. If we just go be an MC or something like that, it would be better. Not interfering, because we're straightforward people. Like, oh, you and then the monk, just bring this person in. All of them. I'm not the one judging the monks. The word judge, they are the ones who decide on the monks, and then use a neutral committee to pre-select the monks. And if the committee sees things differently, they switch them around. So where's the problem, right? I never said anything about them locking it down in 3 layers to prevent issues like selling their own monks and then locking them back in. Whether a monk passes or not, don't forget, every single one is thoroughly checked. So that the fans can feel at ease, the person who brings in the item will ask the first person who submits it, like, hey, Piawan, fat, is it out yet? It's just a preliminary inspection. If anyone thinks, hey, I'm confident, I sent in a diamond, but it came back as something else, I don't know why. It could be that the person who received it truly loves it, but maybe it's not quite right, or maybe it's a newer model, but if you check it right away, that means, hey, this one's legit. Once it goes inside, oh, this one's legit, then you already have credibility. And the inspection is free. They don't charge you anything, right? Normally, if you take it for a regular inspection, it's 200, 300 baht per item, but this one is free. If anyone wants to know more, just go check it out. Only 100 baht, super cheap. Getting it checked elsewhere might be even more expensive, could be 300, 350, or even more. So you know there are 2 price points. As for whose child is the one who criticized me, I really don't know. But I do know. Just not gonna say it, because I'd rather keep it to myself. Honestly, your policy has its merits. That 100 baht really makes it accessible to people. They might get a little less, but they have many fans. Some bring in 10 items, some even more. Lately, I've heard, though I'm not sure if it's true, that they inspect houses, and apparently, you need 100 items at home. I don't know, but when Kun Fong's group comes, it's probably 100 for sure. They stock up 100, like a whole batch. You're welcome to check at home, 100 baht per item, but you need 100 items for it to be worth their while. So we travel everywhere, and there has to be something like that, right? So there are costs involved, you know, I support it. We're 100% science-based, and we check everything 100%, right? PI is making more clips these days, and I'm also doing more live streams. The slides and likes help them earn some income, while for me, it's a way of making merit. I've said that I'm going to go all in on YouTube this year. My goal is to make 100 clips before I retire from the scene. Then I'll move on to reporting news, but if I can't do that, well, this is already a hot topic. Something like that, something like that. So the project to build the large Somdet Toe statue, we're building it according to the budget we have, right? That's why there's some left over. Sometimes there are people who understand and people who don't. We're definitely building it. Pasuthep has seen it. All the charcoal alone cost over $1 million. The foundation isn't even finished yet. Over $1 million has already gone into the ground for the piles. So many piles, you can go and count them yourself. I'll even give you the exact number. The pile driving trucks are there, and the piles themselves are huge. So, what we've done is, first, we've prepared everything so that when the time comes, if we need to, we can raise it up right away. It's not like, hey, there's nothing to see at all. At the very least, if you come, you'll see the foundation blocks. As for the waiting hall, that's related to organizing the contest. Sometimes there really isn't much profit at all. Some people say, wow, it's a lot. But the profit from the event, I can honestly say, is at least 200,000. The maximum is no more than 200,000, 205,000, unless you have a lot of staff. If the expenses are high, the profit will be reduced. For me, for example, my judges get 6,000. The per diem is basically their travel expenses, so the judges feel comfortable coming to help us out. Sometimes some people don't even take it, and some are fine with it. We're okay with that. They say they're coming to help, so there's still that spirit. But for others, we don't get upset or anything. That's just how it is. We provide them with travel expenses, since we already have food and meals covered. We don't take care of accommodation costs, though. Basically, they're responsible for that themselves. It's like we just hand them the money instead. But at the very least, it's basically like hiring them, right? Some people say, oh, the judges aren't good on this and that, but that's not true. The judges are fine. The ones talking are just running their mouths. Those who criticize have never been judges themselves. They just keep going on and on, always pointing fingers at others, never looking at themselves, never asking if they're so great or perfect. I have no idea where they get that from. You walk like me, eat like me, poop like me, feel like me. That's honestly how I see it, but I don't really get involved. As for Fra Luang Phor Kuay, Fra Tri thinks it's not genuine, so there's no need to pay for it, just saying. We have the slides, we have surprises. Even if we can't sell them, we'll just keep them. When the time comes, don't try to haggle or mess around. You'll miss out. Later, I'll just sell them for 500,000. There are about 37, 307, 300 coins, write it down. There are only this many people who will get to own them. So thank you. Wait, is that all? That's the end of this topic. At this point, let me just say that when we organize events, we do it for merit-making purposes. We're not seeking any personal gain or profit, not to put money in our own pockets. Let me make it clear. For our competitions, the investors who help create the amulets, the money goes back in. Whatever is left from organizing the competition, we gather it up, and every time we aim to reach 500,000 before sending it in, and then let the temple use it according to the budget. It's not like when the time comes, come to collect the money at the end. That's not how it works. I'm just the one managing the budget like an employer, right? But not exactly. This needs to be clearly distinguished. Also, let me mention something about the food at the event. For my event, I don't really know, but I had plenty of pots. But I noticed the big pots were actually small, so there wasn't enough food for everyone. Please don't let that happen. For my event, was there enough to eat? If not, just ask P. Put. There was actually so much food left over, it was unbelievable. When people say you didn't provide enough food for the guests, this is what they mean. Hey, when it comes to preparing food, Ajahn Wet and Ajahn Wech always make sure there's plenty every time. They serve it in big pots. 2 people have to carry each one, not just trays like this. The guests get served from big pots. When they serve food in pots, you can eat as much as you want. Don't go home hungry. There's coffee available until the very end, as much as you want. At least 500 sachets, no less. Come on in. We've saved all this to welcome the FCs who came to the event. We want everyone to eat as much as they want. We don't want anyone to say we didn't provide enough. Hey, you need to have energy, so eat up. Eat until you're full. An army marches on its stomach, right? But now, why aren't we talking about that? Why are we only talking about other things? The committee, the ones who cut the budget, what kind of images are they handing out? Let's make this a real issue. Why not talk about the good things I've done, right, Pisuan? They're handing out good stuff, but only talk about the good things, not the bad. Why is it that when something's not good, it gets sent to Khao Yai? I host the show, and when I look at others, they get 600, but I get 700. Why is my number always the same? Why does my count go up to 600 or 700? There's always a difference, but I don't know why it started. Still, I believe that my abilities and what I do are beneficial for those studying the 7 Buddhas. And when you collect amulets, even if you only have 1,000 baht, you can still get a lot of good amulets to take home. And it can make them millionaires. What does that mean? Someone who starts out with just a few amulets ends up with thousands. Someone who starts with 1,000 baht can turn it into tens of thousands. If you go to a big event where they give out amulets, you can get them for free, but then sell them for hundreds of thousands. There are people who know this, and it's real. I'm not exaggerating. It's true, and they're willing to talk about it, but unfortunately, they won't make a video with us. Otherwise, it would be hilarious. They're afraid, They take the free amulets and sell them, then just sit back and watch me. It's a real thing. Some people are just afraid of the consequences. But honestly, it's their own ability, and I can't blame them for that. It's just like anyone who comes to receive amulets from me. Every time I give them out, I always say that I'm going to give them away. Starting from the upcoming event on September 28th, I'll be giving away the last 200,000 amulets, and I'll keep giving them out until they're all gone, no matter how many events it takes. I don't even know how many times I'll have to do it. It's all because of the contest event, Once the 200,000 amulets are gone, there will be no more giveaways. We've set the limit at 200,000, and that's final. That's my intention. As for anyone who wants to rent an amulet, if you want something beautiful, you'll need to contact me directly through my phone number, my Line ID, or my Facebook, T.092-5676443. You can reach out and talk to me anytime. Right, the big amulet? Maybe you got hurt. Wow, it's been 5 years. Has anyone returned it? No one came to the office, right? Nope, never seen anyone. All I get is people complaining. One person disappeared. Why do you want the police to arrest me? For what? For frying rice? I say this because they said, Auntie, show us what a fake amulet is. So what exactly is a fake amulet? This is the principle. Up until now, you still haven't come. I've been waiting for 4 months now, waiting for you to come and arrest me, but nothing. I even called and talked to you about the price Ben sold the fake one for, admitting it was fake. Mine too, when they arrested me, it was a big deal. The prosecutor decided not to indict. My voice is getting hoarse, Gift. No one has come to clear things up for me. Should I sue them back? Sue them and keep it just a curse at them? Oh man. There's no way I could countersue or change the lawsuit. But if anyone comes after me, let me tell you, what's that car called? That European car, the one that cost 28 million baht, I'll drive that one. Please, someone sue me first. Just because you sue doesn't mean you'll win. There are plenty of people who lose. There are people who have sued me, but no one comes to say it's not true. It's not like that. They'll lose, and then they'll realize that suing is just a waste of time. Just wait, I'll make sure they end up eating prison food, so they'll remember what I warned them about. These people need to be put in their place, you know? That's why they keep insulting me so much. They insult me until they feel satisfied, but I'm sure I'll get money out of it. Oh, should I mention their name? If I do, they'll sue me again, but they won't get away with it. Just wait. Always reveal your identity when you insult someone. If you don't show who you are and you get insulted, well, okay then. Thank you, big bro. Yes, thank you.